This is Kevin Min with Outside the Games. Thank you so much for tuning into our program. Pleasure to have you all. We have a special student athlete here with us. It's Kam Blanton. He is a corner, class of 2021, played 3 years at Long Beach Polytechnic High School, and will be now attending St. Johns Bosco for his senior year. Kam Blanton,
Yes,
pleasure to
sir.
have you on our show. How are you?
Real good. It's a pleasure to be on the show. I'm very thankful.
Hey, great, great. Well, we always start out with our program. We always like to get into family because we believe that family means everything to the student athlete from a standpoint of performing outside of the field, off the field and on the field. And
Yes, sir.
how would you define family, Kam, and why?
Well, basically, family to me is everything. I just know their sacrifices for me and how hard they work. And basically, I just want to, make them happy, by going to college and hopefully by going to the NFL so that I could pay them off with everything that they sacrificed for me and, how much they cared for me. So family is everything. I love my family so much. So
Oh, that's good to
I'm very thankful for my family. Yes,
hear.
sir.
That's good to hear. Well, being that you attended 3 years at Long Beach Polytechnic High School, tell me what that experience was like for you from freshman up to junior year.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we're dealing with COVID right now, but
Mm,
for those 3 years, what was it like academically and playing your sport? You do run track and play football.
yes, sir. Well, basically, Poly, it was an amazing school. The For me coming in my freshman year, the tradition there it was incredible. Just to name a few, some people that I looked up to were Deshaun Jackson, Iman Marshall. Man, the list keeps on going on. Basically, I just really went to Poly, because they have these little programs and you can join in, and I felt really comfortable with that, and I feel like I could really further my educational career at Poly, and I can expand. And just alone the academics were amazing, but the athletics were incredible. The football and track, it's nothing like it.
Yeah, we outside the games knows Polytechnic High School Long Beach very well. As far as when it comes to the coach, some of the coaches, Crystal
Yes, sir.
Irving being the track coach there,
Oh
um,
yeah.
and then also the fact that hey, I've seen the trophy case. There are
Yeah.
a bunch of NFL jerseys in there.
Yeah.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
Yeah.
Sean Jackson, Willie McGinnis. I mean, just those are some names there. But there seems to be this long lineage of Poly. Is that the reason you attended that high school and the academics too?
Yeah. Well, basically, um, yeah, the tradition there was incredible, and I felt like I really wanted to be a part of that, poly tradition, and I have my name in that trophy case and everything, and I felt, that was incredible, and it was like a dream come true attending poly.
Nice. Now we get into the student athlete portion as we've been talking about that. When it comes to being a student athlete, what seems to be what is the hard thing about being a student athlete today, and how do you handle that? Because again, you're preparing for
Yeah.
football and track, and then you're also having to do the books.
Being a student athlete can be tough at times, but I balance things out. I like to take away the distractions, from being too much on the phone, or hanging out. So, I'm really focused. So, you just have to, you just have to tell yourself, those things are not going anywhere. So, you just have to get your homework done first, and then get to your athletics, and that's how I go by with being a student athlete.
Yeah, and could you say that Long Beach Poly did teach you well because they believe in the scholars and
Yeah.
athlete champions type of mentality?
Yes, sir. Poly with the academics alone was really top notch, and for me to you know carry a high GPA, I had to you know do good on the football field. So for me to play, I had to keep a certain GPA average.
We discussed family earlier, and I kind of want to go back to that a little bit. With your family now, is it mom and dad? in the household?
Yeah.
So
No, it's I live with my mom, my granny, and my sister, and my mom and my dad are separated, but I still see my dad, a lot.
perfect. Yeah. What is it like? Let's describe both your mom and dad because I think they play some pivotal roles in your life. Let's take mom
Oh yeah.
first. What is it like for mom, and how does she how does she handle being a mother, and what do you observe from her on how she's
Um,
the best?
well, basically, me and my mom are really close, and I like to take in a lot from my mom because my mom, she's really hardworking and like she's, I'll probably call her, a go getter, and that's where I like to carry myself like her, and everything that she's done and she's provided for me is amazing, and I really, look up to her.
Yeah, and let's talk dad now. How has dad been able to kind of help you as a student athlete as well?
Oh yeah, my dad, he's really good. I would probably say he's I wouldn't say tough, but he's like, really on me with my grades and my football. And basically, every day he constantly tells me about, my schooling and we work out almost every day, perfecting my craft. So, I'm really thankful for my dad and everything that he's done and provided for me.
Oh, that's good to hear. Um,
Yes,
and
sir.
you got sister there.
Oh
You
yeah.
got a sister
Yes,
there.
sir.
She's younger, right?
Yeah, she's younger.
What is that whole family dynamic in your grandma? What does that whole family dynamic in that household mean for you? How, because again, it's food, clothing,
Yeah.
shelter, but these the support structure is so important to you. How
Yeah. Well, basically, everybody in the household, we're really good and we're really determined, I would say. We're I'll probably say, uh we're go-getters and and we I would probably just say really determined to for the best.
yeah. Talking about Long Beach Poly again, we have Kam Blanton. He is a cornerback, class of 2021. He is going to be attending St. Johns Bosco for his senior year. Tell me
Yes,
what
sir.
it went into the decision of wanting to go to St. Johns Bosco, because again, you talked about the lineage of Poly and what it meant for you, but it was ready for a change, and why that change, Kam?
Well, basically, I went to St. John Bosco because of the fact that their academics is incredible. It's nothing like it, and the athletics, alone, the football team, number one team in the country. I felt like it could really enhance me academically and athletically, and it could really prepare me for the next level.
Is there something about it, and let's go back to the coaching at Long Beach Poly. How did those coaches, because I think it's a very, very important piece there of how they developed you. How about those
Yeah.
coaches at Long Beach Poly? How have they helped you to become Kam Blanton today?
Well, basically, they really taught me how to work hard. I would say, because ever since I started, I would probably say I was in the limelight a lot. So I always had a hard task at hand. So basically, I always I always was the one that people looked up to. So basically, I always worked hard, in the weight room, in the classroom, and on the field.
Was there a position coach that stood out to you? You got your position as corner. So
Yes,
what
sir.
kind of relationship did you have with your cornerbacks coach?
Well, basically, my cornerbacks coach, Coach Jay, last year, he was a really good coach. He really taught me a lot, and he inspired me with his story. And he really taught me that, you know, doesn't matter wherever you go, you can make it.
Oh, good. Long Beach Poly. Let's kind of talk a little bit about the season last year. You guys made it up to beating Lakewood at the end,
Yes, sir.
and going on to the next round, but fell short. Tell me what that
Yeah,
season last year was like to go through with some of your teammates, and how
yeah.
did you feel you measured up individually?
Well, basically, last season was a great season for me. I had, a lot of great stats. My teammates, we were really close. We really, had that bond that's unforgettable. And I believe we had I would say a young team last year, and it was I'll probably say it was a great season for the with the pieces that we had.
What presented a challenge for you though when it came down to playoffs? Was there something that you felt that you guys didn't have control of? Something got away from you, or was it kind of a thing of where you kind of just kind of hit the wall? You did the best you could do.
Yeah. Well, I feel like maybe we could have prepared maybe a little bit better, but I feel like, but overall, we 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 played our hearts out. Uh, it was it was a great game. Our last game against Rancho Cucamonga, and it was an incredible game. It really came down to the finish, and I would probably say you know it was one of those things that we couldn't really you know we gave it our all, I would say.
As a student athlete, now there's a lot of things that happen with regards to kind of time management, right? Trying to manage that
Mm.
time management aspect of things. How does Cam handle his books and when it comes to a test, when it comes to prioritizing, how diligent do you have to be as a student athlete? Because you're taking that on to Bosco now, that has really good academics as well.
Yeah. Well, basically, well, like I said before, I'm really focused, and when I really want to do something, I'll really, put my all into it. So, I'm really, academics is number one for me. That's my main priority. So I love, working, with, schooling with like any chance I get. I love to do it.
That's good. That's good. Now, it seemed to be, now that we're dealing with COVID-19, what challenge has that presented for you with regards to training, keeping your body in shape,
Oh
and then
yeah.
being ready for that senior year?
Well, basically, the with the COVID-19, that didn't really change anything, because I'm working regardless. Either I have a little weight set in the garage, or I'm getting speed training with one of my coaches named Coach Gary, or I'm just working out with my dad. We go to Signal Hill a lot, and we like to run the hills. So I'm working a lot.
How important is it to be a student athlete when it comes to relationship with your teachers? We believe that the teachers have
Yeah.
such an impact on what they do in the
Yes, sir.
classroom, but what is that relationship? How do you have to be as far as a student to make the teacher successful? What do you
Yes,
think?
sir. Well, basically, with me, what I like to do is, I like to, be very social in class. Ask a lot of questions, and and just talk to the teacher. Ask her or him, how's their day going. Being very social and vocal.
Right. What about for the teacher? What does the teacher have to do to make you successful as a student, Cam?
With For me, I'll probably say I'm like a more of a hands-on learner. So basically, with me, I like to get one-on-one attention or one-on-one help. So I feel like if a teacher, really comes to me, for that, one-on-one help, I'll probably say I'll be very successful.
Favorite class for Cam Blanton?
I would probably say history. I love history. I love learning about the past and everything.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
least favorite class that you kind of have a tough time, or
Mm,
it's not your favorite?
I would probably say math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever find it that, you know, sometimes the classroom can equate a little bit of the film room, studying
Oh
your
yeah, most
position
definitely.
and what you're doing and analyzing. And does that help you as far as, because you are a good student, does that
Yes, sir.
transcend into the film room of how you can dissect your game, how you can be better, and what you can do to get the most out of Cam?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would probably say, the film room goes hand in hand with the classroom. It could really enhance your study skills, and it could really enhance your skills of, like, learning the little things about certain stuff.
Now, going to Bosco, you saw that how talented they were the last couple years. Um,
Yes, sir.
how do you think Cam Blanton fits in with Bosco? What is your feeling about that? And have you met the coaches? Have you met some of the
Yeah.
players? Do you know anybody over there?
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, with Bosco, that's always been, always like a top school for me. And I know a lot of people that went there or that still goes there. You know, a lot of my friends, you know, from my 7-on-7 team. And, you know, basically Bosco is like a great school. You know, the coaches and teachers are amazing. And I feel that I fit very well into that system because for me, I feel like I'm a top player in the country. And so, you know, I'm really excited to show everybody what I can do this season and prove all my haters wrong.
And that kind of brings up a point that Cam, do you wear a chip on your shoulder? Like you want to be able
Oh
to
yeah,
prove people wrong if they think that,
yes
oh,
sir.
Cam is this, Cam is that. You want to prove them wrong that, hey, watch me in film. I'm going to make that play.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. I always with me playing corner, my favorite player I'll probably say is, Richard Sherman and Jalen Ramsey. And I feel like, they're really talkative on the field. And I feel like I bring that, that competitive spirit as well with me because, I'm really talkative. I like to get in the receiver's face, I'm very, vocal on the field.
I was just going to get into that. So you're being vocal on the field. Does that
Yes, sir.
sometimes bring others, your teammates, to come follow you when it's a situation where you're very vocal on the field? That leads an
Oh yeah.
example for them to follow.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because with me, I'll probably say, I'm a leader on the field. So basically, when I'm like, very, you know, active on the field, being vocal, that brings a lot of, energy to, my teammates to, you play better or do better.
Yeah, yeah. You were talking 7-on-7. Now your 7-on-7 team is who?
Premium Sports LA.
Premium Sports. Okay. What is it like playing it for a seven? Well, let's dissect first 7-on-7. A lot of
Oh yeah.
times, people have said this about 7-on-7 that with high school coaches, some of them don't agree with 7-on-7 just because it takes away from what they're trying to teach. But how do
Yeah.
you feel 7-on-7 has helped Cam Blanton?
Well, basically, with Premium, it really helped me a lot. With Coach Fig and Coach Milvan, they really, enhanced my game greatly. You know, just because from being, I always, was the youngest person. Right when Premium first started. I always watched the older guys. How they played, and I feel like I'm kind of, taking some of their game and putting it into my game. And so like I feel like that really helped me a lot, and their coaching is incredible. And I feel like, I'm really, um and enhancing in a great way.
Now, when you're playing like high school football, or if you're playing 7-on-7, you're able to kind of dissect what you're not good at and what you're good at. Just for
Yeah.
you as a player, because you just acknowledging some weakness, that's kind of a strong suit because it's letting you know that you
Yeah.
can always improve your game. So if there's
Yes,
anything
sir.
in your game that's you're weak at, what is that? And it's you're working on.
Um, I would probably say something that I have to work on would probably trusting my speed more because I know I'm pretty fast. I run track. I'm always one of the fastest people on the team. So basically, trusting my speed more would probably say that's something I have to work on.
And what are the strengths you have?
My strengths, I'm really, physical on the field. Once I get in the receiver, once I'm impressed, man, the receiver is not getting off the ball for sure. It's over for the receiver. So I'm really physical, and I feel like my hips are really smooth and fast, and I can get out of breaks real quickly.
There you go. There you go. So what do you want to, if you were to get something out of your senior year at St. Johns Bosco, tell me what you would want to get out of that season. And obviously, St. Johns Bosco maybe have lost some players
Yeah.
due to they're now no longer seniors and they've graduated. But
Yes,
it's next
sir.
man up mentality. Tell me what you want to get out of next season as your senior year at St. Johns Bosco, Cam.
Well, basically, I just want to, my biggest dream and goal for high school was to win a championship. So basically, if we make it all the way to the championship and win, that'll be a dream come true. And to, spend that time, and celebrate that time with my teammates, that would be incredible.
A lot of hard work. That hard work would mean everything.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Well, hey, I tell you, Cam Blanton, this is a class of 2021 player who attended Long Beach Polytechnic, but he is, hey, moving on to St. John's Bosco for his senior year. We're gonna have some little bit of fun here. Because we are outside the games, We're gonna go
Yeah.
outside the game.
Yeah.
Tell me your favorite food.
My favorite food, I'll probably say burritos.
Burritos? Hey, all right. You
Yeah.
like them wet?
Yeah.
You don't like them wet?
Um, Probably like, yeah, like just plain the bean and cheese burrito. That's my favorite. I could eat that like all day.
What's your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert, I'll probably say mm, banana pudding.
Ooh, those little
Yeah.
vanilla wafers in them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the best. Yeah.
Um, Favorite car to drive if you could drive a car or SUV that you would be seen in?
Mm. Oh yeah. My favorite one, most definitely, is my dream car would be a Lamborghini,
What color?
all black.
There you go.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
favorite musical artist right now that you're listening to?
My favorite musical artist would be Lil Baby.
Little Baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Apple or Android, and why?
Oh, Apple for sure. Well, basically, I feel like with the iPhone, it's more clear, maybe, and I feel like you can maybe do more things like FaceTime. So
Have you ever
I feel
had an
like,
Android phone?
oh no, never, never.
Favorite shoe if you had to wear one?
My my favorite shoe. I'm real plain and basic, so I'll probably say Vans.
Okay.
Nothing too much, but
All right.
like Vans, they still look nice. That you could wear anything with them.
Favorite cleat?
Favorite cleat. That's a tough one. Man, mm, I like the Adidas cleats. Because I feel like they're really light. So
Okay. Three stripe.
yeah, they're straight.
Okay. If you had to go to a destination spot anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
I would probably go to Bora Bora.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. What was the last movie you saw? And we're in COVID-19, so it can't be in the theater, obviously. What was
Oh
the movie
yeah.
you saw?
The last movie that I seen was Bad Boys.
Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
There we go. If you had to change one thing in the world, Cam, anything in the world that you could change, and we're going through a lot right now,
Yeah.
what would that one thing be?
Something that I would change in the world would probably be, more love, less hatred towards the people. I feel like, if we bring in more love, things would be way better in America for sure.
There's been a lot with the George Floyd incident that happened in
Oh
Minneapolis.
yeah.
What is your feeling about equality and justice and really police brutality?
All right, well, basically, that was horrible of what happened. I really can't believe it. But that's that's the world we live in today. So, there's nothing that we could really do, but protest really, and hopefully, things will change.
Very much so. Well, hey, I tell you, if let's give you a scenario here. What do you prefer? This is the what do you prefer question.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a burrito that forgot the bean and cheese in the burrito, or would you rather be on Outside the Game Show?
Oh, outside the game show for sure.
Exactly. Well, I tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you, Kam Blanton. Hey,
Thank
be
you.
look out for him at St. Johns Bosco, class of 2021. And I tell you, it's been a pleasure to have you on our show, Cam.
Thank you. I'm very thankful to be on this show, and thank you for having me.
Pleasure to have you, man. Oh, I tell you, give our love to St. Johns Bosco. We hope to see you soon.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.